Hello everybody, I'm Conquering History Games, and welcome back to, I believe, part 7 of my United States of America campaign here in Hearts of Iron 4, The New Order. So, we're going to still keep working our way through the focus tree, through the years. We're kind of in that part of The New Order that always seems to happen in, like, well, we're not really in the early 60s anymore, but where it's before things are going to really start, heightening significantly, and it kind of looks like we're actually getting there right now because Nixon is going to start being investigated, it would seem. So things are about to get exciting. Not that they've been boring before or anything, but you guys know what I mean. Hold on, I always forget. We got the main battle tank, infantry fighting vehicles. Like, who cares about the research units? Like, who really cares? Am I working on any agencies right now? No, I'm not. Let's fix that. Gotta be doing it just cause, I guess. We got like some anti-sub Heelys, whatever. What are you doing? I was just laying down for a nap somewhere. Okay. Special forces here. Oh, we have special force improvements. Dang, I should have been doing that for a while, actually. So I hope we've been placing our bets on who we think is going to win. Oh, it looks like war has actually erupted in, this is considered Central Siberia, I think? Because it's 4 regions, right? It's like West Russia, West Siberia, Western Siberia, Central Siberia, Eastern Siberia, right? Like the Divine Mandate hasn't even formed yet. Magadan is doing well, though, which is good. We do want to see that. Damage control. For the first time since information on the wiretaps leaked to the press, President Nixon has called a press conference in the ballroom of Washington's Mayflower Hotel. The press, obviously eager to hear his comments on the scandal, arrived in droves. The questions, many of which focused on the wiretaps, were biting and intrusive, but Nixon handled them with the skill of a master debater. He danced around the questions with such grace that plenty of people seemed to overlook that he never gave a direct answer at all. He changed topics, he spun yards, he equivocated, but even all his skills couldn't stop the question of the wiretaps from coming up again and again. Nixon with charisma? Finally, he decided to confront one reporter's question of, to what extent would you cooperate with a federal investigation into the possibility of a cover-up? Head on. After a lengthy non-answer on values of liberty and egalitarianism, he concluded with, I will cooperate. And in fact, welcome this sort of investigation. I have never attempted to cover up a crime or obstruct justice, because I have committed no crimes to cover up. The investigation will tell the American people what they need to know. Whether or not the president is a crook. Well, I am not a crook. That we are. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, yeah, let's see. Jim Crow, Last Bastion of Liberty. 237 days to go over here. Hitler, will you just die already? Nobody likes you. Everybody just waits for you to die, bro. Utilize him. No, this is for the Borman stuff. Fake comisas. Capture ciphers and stuff like that. Just don't particularly care about those sorts of things right now. Okay, we're doing the civilian spending stuff. Excuse me, are my liquid reserves gone? Am I missing something here? When did that happen? President's Daily Brief. This is about Japan. 2 of the largest potential targets are Indonesia and the Philippines. Indonesia is a literal and political archipelago. Philippines is rebellious. We need proxy war. They'll have no peace with honor. Okay. So Nixon's still trying to figure out, foreign policy stuff. I think we're on the road to an impeachment, so I'm wondering if I really should keep doing some stuff. Our reserves will lose money. Indonesia, if they rebel, will be more powerful. I think Indonesia should be the priority here. Yeah, carving that out of the co-prosperity sphere would be very nice. There's still China. There's still so much. There is so much. No. Oh yeah, I forgot. I forget that Free France is down here, man. The Gaul, you're a loser. You're such a loser. Anyway, let's keep working on things. So we've done the cipher thing. Ciphers, baby. I wanna wait. Hold on. How'd it go? Like I said, we are now in the singing part of the TNO I said pay-per-view campaign. It's not pay-per-view. It's on YouTube for free. Patreon's down below. Am I not building planes? I just realized. Oh, you know what? I haven't been. Oh, no longer getting the austerity measures. Hold on. Yeah, we're just gonna keep doing this until the freaking, until there's wars to fight or whatever. Okay. So, what was I thinking? Oh yeah, cipher baby, just slip a cipher under the slip a code under the tree for me. Been an awful good spy, cipher baby, so hurry down the fax machine tonight or something. Conversation with Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover strode into Nixon's private office in room 180 of the State, War, and Navy building, not even stopping to knock. Bick, he said with exasperation. The files got out. Nixon's eyes darted up from the paperwork. What? The files got out, Hoover hissed, his tone emphasizing the gravity of what he was talking about. You don't mean... Nixon stood up and walked over to Hoover, silently gesturing for Rosemary to pause the tape recorder. You don't mean the blackmail files, do you? Hoover solemnly nodded. How the hell did that happen? Nixon's temper was rising. I thought you had them locked away. As did I, Dick, but that doesn't change what's on the front page of the Post. Well, who did you hand it off to? They must have done it. Hoover shrugged. Shrugged! Could have been one of them, or it could have been someone who snatched the files off their desk when they went for a smoke break. Amazing how much damage being left alone with a copier for 2 minutes can do. Nixon glared at Hoover's non-response. Of course, I'll investigate the matter fully to try and prevent any further information leaks in the meantime, Mr. President. He's better, and the next leak will be his letter of resignation. Okay. Let's see. So the black market thing again. It's just light. I'm not gonna do anything about that right now. Let's see what's going on over in Russia, though. Let's expand the presence and also increase our support out there. They shall not gold. Let's see. Her son went to... Okay, so this is the thing about that event earlier with Russia. Had not heard from him in months. Journal under the bed. Ernest was... Let's see... Placed her hand on her head. She'd run out by the first month after she began this nightly routine. Basically, she hasn't heard from her son in a very long time. Scaring Ilmine for any kind of news from Russia. Placated suffering. A communique from a Russian citizen from a city called Harbin writing to an American cousin of his about how he'd seen an American pass through. That was it. Apart from the few letters he had gotten, this was all that left of his son in the paper. The famously stoic, hard-working man cast the letter aside as it was stained with tears and laid his hand on the steering wheel to cry. His journey never ended for those who loved him. Whoa, Magadan! What's going on here? You gonna get your shit together, please? Or are you gonna fall to the fascist Rodvaevsky? Vivsky? Ugh, they're gonna lose. Wasted. Just might as well have thrown my money in a friggin' fire. Here's 2,500 guns, some rifles. Figure it out. I think we are gonna increase NPP unity some more. Do I though want to? Yeah. Okay, so Indonesia calls. Let's influence the partisans. So this is just when the rebels do pop up, they'll be more powerful, which is of course something we want. I just don't even... I don't know, just the artillery soft attack or whatever. No, that's self-propelled though. Self-propelled armor. We got regular artillery over here. Guess I could do that. Santa baby. Cipher baby. A 64 budget year. Economy budget too late. I got nothing, guys. I'm sorry. They can't all be winners. Okay, Bulky Cartography. Maybe I should do some operative training or something in the future. People's Revolution. Okay, so these two are fighting. Novosibirsk, I thought was dead, but it looks like they're pushing against Tomsk. Did you gotta get bigger, or am I crazy? And it looks like some little skirmishes are going on between Finland and the West Russian Revolutionary Front. Why are they green? Were they green before? Was there a government change or something? I don't know. Actually, while I'm playing this, or right before I started this episode, I saw that there was a post from the New Order. They announced that they're going to be updating the New Order later today, and it's going to break all the save files. So I immediately went offline on Steam, so it can't get updated. So we're going to have to prioritize doing this. And in fact, after I record this episode, I'm going to then do a live stream. Actually, I probably should have scheduled that before I started, so people would have had a half hour to come in. But I'm going to do a live stream where I'm going to keep doing my Aryan Brotherhood campaign. And so basically, I don't want to stop any... I'm not going to update my Steam account or like go online with Steam until... oh, very nice. 40% recovery rate. The Division organization is good too. Until... I don't want to keep expanding the Magadan thing. Oh, they won. Okay, congratulations, Magadan. You get to keep getting money from me. From Langley with love. Whew. We have at least one agent. Okay, good. Good. Now the tricky thing is we're going to have to fight the demand mandate. Anyway, what I was saying. So yeah, those are the two things that I want to do, which is also, and I also want to get done as quickly as possible because, believe it or not, I sometimes play games on Steam that are not on YouTube. So, for example, a lot of my friends have been getting into Age of Empires 2, and so I've already had it. And so I just want to, I want to play with them. And I'm sure by now they're probably all better than me because between holidays and stuff, it's been very busy. Also, incidentally, I'm not going to give a dollar amount because I just think that's kind of crude. But I got paid by YouTube today. For the month of November, so it's December right now, but I got the November cash in, and because of you guys, and of course, yes, I know I'm the one who actually puts in the work in the videos, but seriously, it's your guys' support. I actually got quadruple the income that I did from October on the channel. So now next month I think is probably going to be lower because I just haven't had as much time to do things on the channel. And I've also been doing things that I think are probably less popular, but that was really amazing. And so that was really nice just to see that big of a leap in the difference in revenue off of YouTube. Which makes me, makes me really confident moving forward. So, like, for example, I know a lot of you... Wait, what is this thing? Established with the... Wait, no. What's the cuckoo thing? A resistance will be prepared to launch a coup if needed. Is this in our own country? Oh, this must be like a Yankee thing, right? With the fascists. Like in America, right? So we're not going to do that, I think. Because aren't they they're the orange color. The Freedom Ballot. Hold on, I'll talk more about YouTube in a second. White Minister. Mississippi people are going to the polls. More than 80,000 people will cast their votes in the 1963 Freedom Ballot, several times more than are registered to vote in the entire state. It won't end segregation or voter discrimination. Name things, deny them their franchise. Years from now, Fannie Lou Hammer. Yeah. Just like the river I've been running. Yeah, Sam Cooke. The change gonna come. Hockey happened. What was I saying? So yeah, that makes me feel very, very good because as many of you know, I started a new job at the post office, and it's going great. I really enjoy it. It's extremely busy, but I do enjoy the work, and it pays better. There's a lot of great things that come along with it. But I've had this fear, and it's completely unfounded, that, like, on December 26th, they're going to tell me to hit the bricks, which actually might be December 26th when you guys watch this episode, funnily enough. They're like, all right, holidays are over, we got to make some budget cuts for the new year, and guess who's the least senior person here? Hit the bricks, kid. And then, oh, finally, Hitler is dead. But anyway, if that happens, you know, I'll just go find another job, but I think that the streaming is something that could continue to, you know, because I'm going to put aside money. I'm going to be set. I'm good for... I've been trying to increasingly put more and more and more money to the side in case there's some sort of emergency or, like, something happens where I couldn't work for a while. So I'd be covered for a couple of months, or at least a couple of months. I'm trying to, like, add another month to that constantly for a while. And, yeah, the YouTube income, it's... You know, when you do the math, like with like in the context of by the hour that I put into it, it's better than some jobs I've worked before, and I like it a lot more, even though it has its own difficulties, which might sound weird, but it does. Anyway, so just want to say thanks to everybody. You guys are great, and I hope to keep bringing you more great content. And 2021 will hopefully be a more stable year, and we can have better stuff in the future. Anyway. That probably should be like an end of the year thing video that I make, thanking you all or whatever. But let's just move on. Hitler is dead. Adolf Hitler is dead. The being who claimed and secured homage as virtually a living god has proved to be as mortal as his lowest subject. He now belongs to history. So he dies at 73. I think we've all read this before. The mood is in stark contrast in America to that of Germany. Spontaneous celebrations have broken out in Washington and New York, in the South and the West, all across the country. Even in the occupied ports of Los Angeles and San Francisco, American workers and Japanese soldiers agree that Hitler's death is something worth celebrating. Publicly, President Nixon has not commented, but privately, he has been reported as elated. However, it does appear that Hitler was the sole figure holding the crumbling Reich together. The NSA is already intercepting numerous communications from within Germany, indicating that a conflict is imminent. Sic semper tyrannis. He died of old age. Yeah. So tragedy and whatnot, a day to remember. Wasn't that a band? A day to remember. Why does it sound familiar? I don't know, but oh my gosh, we have so much expertise. How long have we had 150 expertise? I guess I wasn't paying attention to that. Okay, compliance gain, who cares? Hollow coins. I think maybe some mission success chance would be smart. Agency research speeds. Reduce expertise loss from failed missions. Increased obfuscation reduction from successful missions. Interesting. Mission success chance. Okay, I think this is the one we want. Pipe radio. Yeah, it gives us increased mission success chance, and it reduces the loss from failed missions. Although I think we're going to end up having more expertise than we really need at all. Okay. Okay. We're not doing anything here. Let's get on that. How is our infrastructure across America going? Oh, Scotland wants to buy fighters. Yeah, of course. Go right ahead. Anyway, how's this going? Very good, very good. The entire West Coast is covered. We're making our way east. Excellent, excellent. Good to see. And I've got long-term plans for this infrastructure, obviously, or else I wouldn't be building it. But The German Civil War has begun. It is thus necessary that the individual should finally come to realize that his own ego is of no importance in comparison with the existence of the nation. So, we've got Burgundy, Heydrich, Speer, Bormann, and Goering all going at it, and then, somebody's in charge of Germania here. So it begins. And we want Speer, Germany to do well, yes. So let's first see if we have something specific in that area. Operation Charity. Which one's Charity? That's the Polish one. Oh, yeah, yep. Everything's falling apart, so it's going to take a second here. Okay. Initial discussions are promising. Looks like the rebels are going on the warpath. some national liberation armies and whatnot. This Islamic Liberation Front. Conducting operations, resistance, Polish, Serbia. Okay, I'm not seeing anything specific to Germany right now, which is a little annoying. Yeah, and Burgundy said, "Oh, we don't have Germany on our back anymore. Time to kill France." Like, wait, what? Okay, let's increase our support for Magadan. Okay, so they're now at war with Chita. Good. The fighting Filipinos! Oh, wait, no. Yeah, we need to look into the former. Happy Halloween. Joint session of Congress had convened to address the chaos that has struck the Reich following Hitler's death. Though the inevitable power struggle severity had caught Capitol Hill off guard, America must still issue a formal response to Europe's latest crisis. Deadlock has unsurprised... Okay, yeah, Ostlund stuff. Deadlock has unsurprisingly arisen over what response should be. Some Moscow turmoil. What's going on here? Ah! No, that's not good. Oh, don't crash on me now. Come on. What is happening right now? Are you kidding me? Okay. Here we go. To both parties' outrage, President Nixon suggests offering... Okay, Hans Speidel is taking control. We're probably going to have to pause this. Nixon suggests offering diplomatic recognition to Albert Speer. Oh, here we go. So impeachment's about to happen. So, oh gosh, there's a lot happening. The noted reformist may ultimately be a Nazi, but he defends, but no better opportunity to steer Germany from its excesses exists than in his ascension as the Reich's new Führer. If nothing else, Speer seems more receptive of peace and cooperation than Goering, Bormann, and Heydrich. America's eyes are on Capitol Hill as its statesmen decide whether to fan the embers of German liberalism or watch idly as it turns to ash. Okay, England's making its play. A shadow falls over France. Yeah, France is getting very small indeed. So the NPP has called for impeachment. Some political theorists believe that ideas are a top-down phenomenon with synergistic proactivity. They start in the minds of politicians and think tanks who use the media to spread them, and they percolate into the minds of the people. Others think that it is bottom-up. They gain momentum among the common folk, and as they gain more publicity, the message bubbles upwards and reaches those with actual political power and the ability to shape policy. But whether it's top-down or bottom-up, or merely a case of great minds thinking alike, although the Republican Democrats would consider it fools seldom differ, both National Progressive Party politicians and their, say that 5 times fast, and their constituents are calling for the beginning of impeachment procedures against President Nixon. If they begin, he would be the first president to be impeached since Andrew Johnson nearly a century prior. But that is not what concerns Nixon. He is well aware that his rivals have little love for him, and the projected effects on his 1964 election bid are currently minimal. What he fears is not what the NPP is saying, but the fact that some of the RDs are starting to listen. Let's hope this can still blow over. Okay, so we could do some talks with the Republicans and the Democrats. Excuse me? What does that mean? And where is that? Foreign Intelligence Opera. Oh, what is this? If the plan to back Albert Speer with American intelligence assets is to have any teeth, we'll need the funds to make it happen, more than we can reasonably allocate from the intelligence community's current budget. We have to approach Congress to ask for the required funding, with key congressional leaders briefed about the actual uses of the funds. Whether they agree with us and work to get the budget passed is another matter. 3 of the 29 Republican senators support our bill. Plenty of room for compromise. 4 of the 38 Democratic senators support our bill. Plenty of room for compromise. We're not going to get anything from the MPPs right now. Willing to negotiate. Negotiating with some factions is not mutually exclusive. Okay, well, I was just thinking that I didn't really have anything to do with my political power at the moment, so let's spend it. Expansion into Africa. The Rad has declared war on Das General Government. Basically, Poland is free, or trying to be anyway, something like it. Warsaw Uprising. So would that be the 3rd one in this world? No, there probably has only been 1, or maybe 0 in this world, because there were 2 Warsaw Ghetto Uprisings in our own timeline. Okay, so the HMMLR, Her Majesty's, I always forget what the 2nd M stand for, the Resistance Movement is happening. So we gotta come up here to like, how do we support people? Operation Cuckoo. I guess that like we've basically helped as much as we can. Hidden heroes. Great minds of a generation working from the dark. So of course, ideally, we want Speer to win. We want different people to win. Okay, the Africa Shield has been announced by Mueller, Shen, and Huttig. It's an officially alliance-only defensive in nature. A worrying development, and looks like the border demilitarized zone has happened. We're going to be in Africa quite soon, I think. Let's try to increase the size of this now while we still can. Air assault! Man, I wish I had gone to air assault school. Had 2 chances to do it. But first the sequester happened and the government shutdown happened. Or was it the other way around? But yeah, basically we got kicked to the back of the line. Because everything reset. And I never got to go before I got out. Real shame. I trained for it too. Here's the secret. Lots of running. Lots of running. We got the personnel carriers. I don't... should I get the main battle tank up more or whatever? I don't... Still working on the special forces stuff over there. Guess let's do some support weapons or whatever. Serbs, rise up when you're living on your knees. So we've got here the Serbian National Liberation Front. Karl Donets has seized Crimea. A lot of these nations, I think, still don't have trees. It's going to be interesting what happens as the years go by in these various areas. I'm going to really have to learn how to pronounce German for all this. I'm going to have to learn how to pronounce German for a special Kaiserreich karaoke concert I want to do, because there are 2 songs in German when I want to sing, but it's kind of... I just need to work on my German. Okay, negotiations. Uncomfortable silence settled in the Oval Office as soon as Nixon... Okay, we got 2 different things going on here. So this is, I think, first the negotiations with the Republicans. An uncomfortable silence settled in the Oval Office as soon as Nixon outlined his plan to covertly support Albert Speer in the impending succession crisis in Germany. Lyndon B. Johnson and Nelson Rockefeller looked at each other worriedly. Let me get this straight, Rockefeller said incredulously. You want to use taxpayer money to covertly support a leading figure in the Nazi Party. Not the British resistance or the Russian warlords, but the Nazis? When Nelson puts it that way, it sounds like you're losing your marbles, Richard, Johnson drawled. Hard to believe you're the same guy who put the screws to the German-American bun with McCarthy years ago. Just listen, damn it, Nixon growled. Speer is the only candidate to succeed Hitler who's even remotely inclined to talk to us. We get him into office, we can string Germany along with promises of lifting the embargo so we can focus on Japan. His student radicals will keep Speer too busy to cause trouble. This isn't a threat, it's an opportunity. Another worried silence. If you really want this to happen, we can get the caucus to fall in line, Unson finally said. But it'll be a hell of a fight getting everyone to agree with this. Hell, you might have to jump ship like Margaret Chase Smith did. If we accepted this compromise, we'd have 17 new supporters from the Republicans. Okay, wait, so... Fine, we'll take the votes we could get. So, okay, is the first one that's the compromise? Where I'll get the 17 new supporters? Dang it, I'm going to have to make a save file. Give me a second. Okay, and we're already back. So you know, this is kind of good this is happening towards the end of the episode, because if I've done this wrong, at the start of next episode, I'll just go back to that save file. So, right now we've got 3 Republicans, so we should have 20. So I'll say do whatever it takes. Okay, it is the first one. Negotiations. Some days, Vice President John F. Kennedy hated his job. It wasn't just because President... That's really funny. It wasn't just because President Nixon was a mercurial, ornery bastard. No, it was because sometimes Nixon would saddle Kennedy with the dirty work to risk his reputation to save the president. Now, not a year after talking the Japanese down, the president wanted to bankroll the Nazis. But only the nice ones. And Kennedy would talk the Democrats into supporting it. As expected, Wallace F. Bennett and Al Gore Sr., ooh, deep cut, both stared at Kennedy like he'd grown a second head. Jesus, Jack, Gore finally exclaimed. You know your dad's reputation is still in the gutter over the war. How could you be okay with this? The president sure has it out for you after Hawaii, Bennett remarked, but we're still being dragged down over losing the war. If this goes public, we'll be wiped out politically. The comments stung deeply, but Kennedy made his pitch regardless. Germany's rotting from the inside. We put Speer in power, and Germany will be in chaos as the various cliques fight him tooth and nail. We're doing this to end Germany, not help it. After a long silence, Bennett spoke. Even if you convince us, what's about the rest of the caucus? We could be looking at another set of defections to the MPP. Can we afford that? Country over party, gentlemen. So I think that gets me cleanly over the 50% mark. Yep, 20, 29, 21, 7. Nice. So then, is there going to be an event? Do I have to make a decision? I actually don't know. Operation Oscar could damage relations, diminish the... Oh, we could have been diminishing the image of the various NPP parties. Although the NPPY doesn't even exist. So that kind of would have been a waste of time. Anyway, so we're going to stop it there. Okay, so in the next episode, it looks like we're going to start trying to figure out what we can do to help Speer. Doesn't seem likely that he'll win. Bormann was the one who Hitler picked as his successor, but we could maybe try something. It already looks pretty bad for the resistance movement in England, and I don't think Indonesia's broken off yet, but they were thinking about it. Magadan's also fighting Cheetah. We want to keep an eye on them. And, Tomsk ended up winning this war, looks like. Okay. And West Russia still is just sitting around. They really are the ones who get going the slowest, aren't they? So I'm Conquering History Games, and I'll see you next time. I'm off to do a live stream of the Aryan Brotherhood, so I'm going to take a little trip over to Mother Russia, or the land of Slavs, the true Aryans, as we will see. Have a great day.